Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. So today, I didn't make a big breakfast, but I figured, so I did. I toasted a waffle, put some ham on it. I didn't, I should have warmed it up a little bit in the air fryer. Egg over medium, a little bit of blueberries, and my vanilla yogurt, and my coffee. So last night I did 2 sets of cards because they were the easiest ones. And today is Tuesday, so I'm going to do a set in the morning. I got 2 sets of 25 or something. So before work, I'm going to do 25. When I get home, I'll go over them fast, sort of thing. Tomorrow's Wednesday. I'll do the other one. And then Thursday in the morning, I'll go through all of them fast, see which ones I know just like that. Any one of them that I hesitate, I'm going to put aside. Then, Thursday night, when I get home, I'll go over those ones. And I should be ready for Friday. I get it all planned out. Because there's like 100. And I don't have anyone to read them off or tell me I don't really need that. Yeah, what is blind spots? I know that. And tell the which lane, the slow lane, furthest to the right. Travel lane passes to the right unless needing the left lane to turn left. Well, down. What 6 steps should you take when you change lanes? Well, you look over your so I know all them. You shore lane change allowed, signal. Okay. At one time, it used to say honk your horn, but it doesn't anymore. Okay. What is emergency vehicle stopping lane? Way over to the right, isn't it? Emergency stopping lane, sometimes referred to the shoulder of the road. It's to the right or, yeah, okay. Now this weave zone is going in or going out of where the entrance and the exit to the highway are close together. The area where the car crosses path is the weave zone. Okay, I never knew that. This is 7 tips used to merge. Okay. Where would your car be when nearing the top of the hill? Stand to the right and, well, so people they can't see ya. One? Anyway, what should you do when entering a curve? Oh, you just go around it. That's stupid. When must you turn on your headlights? When you are driving at night, when you cannot see clearly for 150 meters in front of you. 150, I'll put that up there just in case. What are the 5 steps to take when you get a flat tire? I know that one. What you should do if your headlights don't work: turn on your hazard, turn the headlights on and off. If your headlights don't come on, slow down, park in a safe place, Okay, What should be done in case of mechanical or failure on the highway? What is the skids? There's a corner skid. There's a braking skid, a corner skid, a power skid. I only knew about one skid. Anyway, and you turn the opposite direction of the skid. Well, they're saying there you turn the direction that you want to go. We always say turn towards the skid. You're going this way and you're skidding that way. You're going to be, I don't know. It's different. Where should you look when you oncoming vehicles? Well, you look down and like that. If someone has their bright lights on. Look slightly down and to the right edge of the driver's lane. There. What are 3 times you should use your low beams? When you are 150 meters behind a, or less behind a vehicle, 300 in front, and poor weather conditions. Okay, I'm going to put this one over here though. Overdriving your headlights, see? Driving at a speed that does not let you respond safely or stop within the distance lit by your headlights. That's overdriving your headlights. You can keep that one too. Keep that one. What must you do in emergency vehicle? Okay, and all that. What is the minimum distance you should follow behind 150 meters? I know what hydroplaning is. What is black ice? I know what that is. What 6 things should you keep in mind to avoid collision with an animal? I know that. What must you do if you are involved in a collision? Well, you stay there. Anyway, that's no big deal. So, I'll go over them again tonight. And then I got those and just things that I remember, but like we never, like that weave, I never heard tell of it called a weave. A weave zone. Like you're going onto the highway, someone, and you're going off the same way. They call it a weave. If I don't pass this test, I give up, though. I'm not going 3rd time. I'm not going over all this bull crap for nothing. I just figured I stay at La Fonda's. I can save some money. Maybe I can buy a little putt-putt in the winter time. I can drive back and forth to work. Don't have to get the Walmart delivery. I just go to No Frills. That's as far as I would go with it. I don't want to really drive in the winter time, but back and forth to work those cold days. Even if the thing only lasts me for a year, I don't care. I just want me something that you add all the money spent traveling back and forth. Today's rain, I probably have to take the lift. It's cold, it's not good out there. I probably have to take the lift to work today. And not a very good day. Yesterday was good. Nice and warm. Yeah. I wanna pass. Thursday night I'll be staying up at them. Morning I'll just put aside anything that if I can't answer a question like that, then I'm keeping it and go over it Thursday night. Oh, Friday morning won't be breakfast. Too early. I'll go to that place again. Because I don't want to. I can't go in there anyway. She goes about 15 minutes ahead of time, so. She don't work Saturday, so. I want to do it when we get the discount because I'm family. Not for the cards. I paid the cards. I did, but we get the discount, see. And I'll be ready. What's one day gonna do? Not gonna do much. I'm glad they're multiple choice though. I remember back in the day, this is pretty easy though. Back in the day, we wouldn't even get the questions until we had all the road signs. Not all, but a lot more road signs than that. But I'm glad I know the road signs because that do not enter with the checker. That's not in there. And I didn't know it though, but they might be a road sign that's not in there that I know. Because if you Google do not enter, the old one would be just, it would say do not enter, like it didn't have checkers. I never seen. I think the one with the checker was sort of like a caution, and you had one of them, like, because I remember it's like this, and then there's a railing with the bridge in that way. And you're going up to it, and it got the checker. It's not a road to say do not enter, because how can you enter something that's not a road? It just means that they were a sharp turn sort of thing. That's the one that I remember. That's why it screwed me up. With the black checkers. So I was looking at it. You can skip a question and come back only once to it. But, I figured I'd just guess it. I didn't know what it was. I wasn't going to skip it. I didn't know it then. Now I'm not going to know it then. That was the last one that screwed me up. So if I would have went and skipped it, did the other ones, got them all right, and then come back to it, have it wrong. No, I didn't want that. But that's the one that booted me out. We only had four questions left to do. So I would have skipped it, got those 4 right, got that wrong, booted out on the last question. No thank you. In school I never ever skipped them either. Unless the question, it was math and it was going to be really long because you had to show your work Then I would skip it, I'd look at it, and I'd say, okay. And do the easy one. So I have time at the end, because if I don't finish it, all those little ones, while I'm playing with this one, past answers, they'd be all wrong because I never touched them, right? At least that big one. I got all of them done but that one, and I'm working on it. It shows that I'm working on it. I get half a point anyway, even though I didn't finish it. Just as long as what I was doing was right. Because I always showed my work. Especially math. I love math. I always did. Now I need a calculator to add 12 plus 2. So you rely on them things then. Take after my father for that. He loved math. Oh well. The bay cleaner. The game was on. Not here in Edmonton, but it was busy in the daytime. People getting gas. They were still going up there to the Coliseum, but we lost. Edmonton lost 2-1. They tried, but the bay cleaner, we had nobody all night. Maybe 3. She got them done by 9, which she's supposed to. So she's getting there. But I mean, it wasn't busy either. So the windows got to be done, and she got to start doing outdoor work too, not leave it to him. So I said to her, at 9, I said, because she's with the hose like this, and I said, well, since you're done all the bays, you can't stand there for an hour with the water. I said, I'll give you the stuff and you just spray the things down. So she brings it up, and then she's farting around and everything. And she was rolling up the hoses, and I said, are you going to clean those gas pumps? Yeah, I got to go to the washroom first. She don't want to do any outdoor work. Well, that's your job. You can't stand there with a hose and go like that for an hour. You know what I mean? You gotta do other things. Oh, that little guy though, he knew. Since day 1, all my deliveries, and everybody in the building too, because I mentioned to her upstairs, because she gets it in her, and everybody knows. He acted up with me, but I kept on and kept on and kept on and kept on. He had his head down, because he was guilty. There's no way he rang my doorbell. Friday or Sunday. Saturday, 10:15, I started doing my tests, and I had to put the phone. One time, my phone rang all weekend. No, I wanted my parcels. I paid for them. I don't want them to end up in crazy vans. He's the only one that delivers to this building. He was coming up the hall, said, you got 3? Put his head down. I don't think he wanted to deal with me because I wasn't a happy person. If he's not going to do his job and he gets fired, it's not I'm getting him fired, he didn't do his friggin' job. Someone said, oh, well, we can get him fired. Well, you got to do your job. And don't be doing that. Lying. Saying he came. No. No. Talking to her upstairs, we were outside having a cigarette. I said, yeah, I told him that I can't open the door for you. We got a notice. She goes, yeah, eviction notice. If we let anybody in, it's not like eviction notice. She does not want us to open door for nobody if they're not here for you. Because we had some drug dealers or something. She showed pictures and all this from the security camera and the person that let them in, and immediate eviction if you let anybody in. She could be at the door. She has a cigarette out there, see. I'm not going to get evicted over letting someone in. No. I know he works for Uni. I know him. I see him. But no, he's not here for this one. And I told him. And he don't ring me. Because when I'm laying down, he'd start ringing my doorbell for everybody. I let him in once before we got that notice. Because he would say, I'm here to get delivery in Uni and or whatever. And I know it was him, right? But no. Not anymore. And if you don't like it, too bad. But I want my stuff delivered when I order stuff. His head was down. He didn't look at me. He knows. Because I put in about 10 tickets. I just kept on saying, my phone didn't ring. My phone didn't ring. Only one did I say that I have a tiff with the driver. That I can't let people in. But I've been here a year and a half. He's the only delivery guy for Shein or Temu. I didn't order very much. Most is Shein or Amazon. Well, they got their own. And they got their own Amazon Uni. I don't think he'll do that again. That's good. I made it. Sometimes you have to keep on it, because if you don't keep on it, no. When they said that they attempted on Friday, it would show up on my phone calls, right? History? Nope. So I gotta study these a little bit today. Tomorrow, number 2. I got it all figured out. Thursday morning, just, if I don't know it, as soon as I look, then it goes here. If I know it, goes there, and see which ones. And then go over them. Thursday night. If I know it, off there. No U-turn, whatever, put that over there. The easy ones, that's from my era. Like, a lot of them, it's the wording, like the weave zone. I never heard tell of a weave zone. What did we used to call it? Going off the highway. Just on and off ramps. We didn't call them weave zones. You're not weaving into the highway. Like a weave is like that. We just on and off ramp. Off and on. Yeah, it wasn't really a ramp is, but that's what we used to call it. On and off ramps. To go off or to go on. And really to go off, you're not weaving. And, well, if you're over here and you gotta go there and then off, that would be, not a weave, but what they consider a weave. And soft cushions is around the car, the perimeter around the car, they call soft cushion. Like, what the fuck? Soft cushion? Anyway, I don't know. It's the lingo too, see? I know what it is, but I know it from my name, and that's why how we called it. And I think one of them was the weave zone that I failed, because he said what was a weave zone, and I forget what I picked now. But I didn't pick going on and off of a highway, that's for sure. I picked something that sounds similar to like a weave. It wasn't like a bend in the road or anything. But going off and on in a highway, I didn't pick that one, that's for sure. I'm glad it's in the flashcards though, because I remember now that was one of them that I got wrong. Because that friggin' checkered one isn't in those cards. I forget the other one. There were 6 of them. You're allowed to pay on 5. And that checker one was the last one. Boot you right out. I had a lot of I was up there. I think I would have passed if it wouldn't have been that checkered one. I think I would have passed it. And it's not even in those cards. So. Yeah. So, I did my hair. I did it before. I filmed yesterday, didn't I? I'm not sure. I can't remember. But I trimmed it, just a trim, and then I put some more of because it's hard to get those silvers. But I walked by, there's a hairdresser in our building. And I walked by and she was in there alone. She was in between clients. So I asked her, I said, can you fix the back for me? And she did it. She didn't charge me. So next month when my hair gets long again, I'm going to get her. She's only going to charge me $15. She knows how I want it. She knows number 8, 2 inches. You know what I mean? I don't need no fade, or I don't need any of that. Just and I'm happy and fix it there. And she only charged me $15. She gave me the card so I can make an appointment. $15? I told her I went to 2 barbers here. One on 50 Ave and one on 50th Street. The first summer that I wanted to get a buzz cut. I told them I wanted to get a buzz cut. We don't do women's hair. I want to go to a barber because they're professional. They do it all day. They're not stylists, they're barbers. They know the scissors and the razors and they know all that. Doing it for 30, 40 years, these old barbers, right? You go to a salon, they're so used to cutting in that. They're not a barber. They know how to do it. Like, she's not a barber, but I'm not fussy, so I don't give a shit. If I can go like that and do it myself, she's gonna do a better job than me, that's for sure. You know? I just go like this. How I used to do Bro's hair when he was younger. Well, in his teens, used to wear when he had hair. I just take the razor, shaver or whatever, and once it didn't fall anymore, then you know it was all even. And then I'd trim up here the way he wanted it, and that was it. I used to do his hair. Anyhow, yes, I gotta go over these again. Those ones, and I can't wait until Thursday though, when Thursday morning. Go over the ones that I don't know. Pull them aside. If I can't just look at it and know that, then it's going over here. Break them down. Because there's 100 there, and probably I would say about 20 in that pile that I don't know, just like that. I want to know them. Once I know all them, then I'll go do my test. Lavonda said I might not have to wait the year. See, that's what the woman said. Because when I let them go in New Brunswick, and I told the girl, I said, when I let them go, expire, I had a year where I wouldn't have to write the test. But after that year, I would have to go and write the test still. But I wouldn't have to do the driving. I would, because you have to have your beginners here for a year before you take your driver's test. You got to do your written. And she said, as long as I do it within 10 years, I wouldn't have to do the driving test, just the written test to get your beginners. So, I mention it because it hasn't been 10 years. And I mention it to the girl. And I mentioned it to LaFonda too, so I guess someone must have mentioned it, because after I get my beginners, I can do a petition thing. That, like, I've been driving over 20 years, never had no tickets or whatever, blah, blah, blah. You know, I can protest. And then it take about a month or so, and then I get the reply back. Then I can go to Millet and go get my license. I'll go to Millet. Only got one stop sign down there. I'm not going Devon, and I'm not going here, and I'll go to Millet. It's close enough, see, we can go to Millet. That way there, if anybody says, where did you get your license, Millet? Like I say to people, I'll say, yep, got them in Millet. These ones that I was sitting into things at work and stuff, running over pylons and that. I say, where did you get your driver's license, Millet? Anyways, the kids, they pass. Because of parallel parking, they choose one car. And then they want you to parallel park even up, and there's no car in front of you. No car in front of you. And they want you parallel. And they don't do stopping on a hill or anything like that, where you put your wheels and all. They don't even do that. And there's a car, all you gotta do, as long as you don't back into that car, you're pretty much, and you're this from the 5 meters. Let's see, everything's meters now too, right? I think it's 5 meters. 5 meters from a hydrant, fire hydrant, 5 meters. I don't know how many, and in a parking lot, it's 20 meters. From the, because I think it used to be 18 inches from the curb. So probably 5. I'll have to look that up. It must be in there with parallel parking. How many meters from the curb? It wouldn't be 5. Because I've seen a hydrant in the 2 cars, and it was 5 meters from a hydrant. Pretty sure. Pretty sure. I'll have to look at that. Anything with the distance, because everything is friggin' in meters and centimeters now, right? They were inches and shit like that. When feet, how many feet and how many. Now we got the goddamn meters and Just like the Celsius and the Fahrenheit. We used to go by Fahrenheit and then they changed it over to the Celsius. Took me a while too. I know kilometers is easy though. Because 100 kilometers, to find out how many miles, you times it by 6 and take off the last digit. That's too easy. So 100 kilometers on the highway is 60 miles an hour. If it's 110, it's 66 miles an hour. If it's 50 kilometers in around, town or whatever, 50, that's 30 miles an hour. Just like a 50cc bike. You can't drive it on the sidewalk because it goes 30 miles an hour, but you don't need license or anything. You just need a plate. You got to register it, but you don't need a license because it only goes 30 miles an hour. I think you can be 12 and up to drive one, but that's not in the book, so that's not in the thing. I think it's 12. 12 here, probably 14 in New Brunswick. Everything's too young here for driving. Leah can get her beginners at 12 or 14 here. It's 16 down home. She's gonna be 12 in 2 years. She can be on the road, on that highway. I'm saving the cards for her. I guess LaPonda said they haven't changed for years, so that's why there's a couple of things that on the test they changed, but they never changed it in those. So I have to have a cigarette, upload this. I took out one of the mystery meats there. I think I'll do a taco style. I don't know. I'm going to bring in a potato, see, I can bake it in the microwave. I'll figure out something. So you guys all have a good day and stay safe, and it's cigarette time.